having certain methods, certain functions. Stock is the main function which is available there. Now we have to create a particular interface which is going to be used to get the stock there, and then ultimately at last we will be getting the one test file which will be testing out this thing, the communication, see like if the mockito is getting passed or the test case is getting passed or not. So this is the class file which is available there. Get stock id, set stock id. So basic getter and setters are being used over here in this case. So now I have to create a particular interface here with a name called stock service. And in this case, I have to call the get price over there. So get price is basically configured over here in this one. Right. So we are going to just call upon on that to see like how exactly it goes out there. Right. So we will be utilizing this one. So this is the interface which is calling up the class called stock.java. Now once the stock main class and stock service or stock interface has been created, now we have to create a particular portfolio class here. This portfolio is a kind of interface which is going to consume this specific stock here. So portfolio uh, class is what we are going to create here. So I'm just going to use it, and it's using some list operations. So I'm going to just import the java.util also, so that these can be imported. So these are some couple of activities, like under this one we are also calling up these stock service interface, so that that can be calling up the stock internally. And this is kind of a business logic which is happening. So portfolio.java is kind of a business logic, business layer, where I'm just trying to call the main class there to fetch the details through an interface. And in this one we are basically doing the all processing, like whatever the activities I'm trying to do. So here I'm doing the processing about the data here. Right. So this is what we have from the source code perspective. Now we will be moving on to the test cases perspective, where we will be writing a test file to do the mocking over here and to get the stocks and try to do some verification. So now I'm going to create a particular portfolio tester here, which will be testing this specific portfolio here. So that's what we're going to do. Right. So it's going to use some of the mockito related jar files here, and since we already have those dependencies, like we already got those added up to our pom.xml file. So and these are also being shown up as a maven dependency here. So both 4.0 and this mockito dependency is there in the maven dependencies, and that's why we are not getting any errors for these imports here. And we are getting some list related errors, so let me import those also, and we should be fine by now here. So as you can see, like here we are, when we are doing the verification, right? So using this portfolio tester we are actually inducing some stats. So here you can see like we are doing some setup. We are calling that stock service over here, so that we will be able to call upon, or we will be able to get the information. And here we are actually putting up some content. So the whole idea why we are putting up this content, just to have the implementation. We are just trying to replicate real objects here. These are not the actual real configurations or real information which we are getting from the end users, but these are the dummy informations or the dummy data which we are trying to provide here. And depending on that we will be able to get like how it's going on there. So we are basically trying to call a function called tester.setup there. Tester.setup is what we are trying to call upon over here, which will set up the initial information. And then we are calling the test market value. So my test market value will basically give me a pass or fail kind of uh, result set here, so that depending on that I can decide that whether it's successful or not. And this test market value, only here we are putting up some dummy informations, and against these dummy informations the test cases will be executed. So let's just run it. My build is already success, so I don't have to run it again there. So what I need to do is like I need to go for this portfolio tester.java here, so that I will be able to get the results. And here we go, we are getting the pass output over here in this one. Right. So this is what we are trying to do, just to see like how the implementation should be done there. I can go for a negative scenario, like where I can just little bit modify something over here in the output, and I'm just trying to change a little bit of specific output. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So I can definitely go and see like if this is something going to process properly, or is there any kind of problem which we are getting over here. I can also remove this decimal value just to see like if I'm getting successful over here or not. So I'm just running the test cases again, and here we go, we got the response as a failure, because the expected thing is not coming up like whatever we are returning. So that's where the fail it's going to for the failure. I'm going to roll back my things here and see like if it's again getting success or not. So yes, here we go, we got the past success over here, the past status over here in this one. So just like that, you can actually mock the objects, you can put some inputs, and according to that the responses will be coming up there, and you can go ahead with that particular mechanism. So this is the way that how the things really gets moved on when we talk about the mockito, and how we can mock the real objects, and we can test out our application here. So that's what we do with the mockito here. So that was a complete